Vegas claims Lavoie.
Are you serious?
This dude's going to hit the waiver wire 9 times this year. Maybe more. This is already the 4th time.
Why would you do that?
Why is Vegas claiming Raphael Lavoie? Why do teams want Raphael Lavoie so bad?
I don't get it.
This is silly.
So Vegas has claimed Raphael Lavoie again after claiming him, getting him,
putting him on waivers.
Oilers claim him back, put him back on waivers because Colorado, we believe, had put in a claim for him, so Edmonton could put him in the American League. And now it begs the question, did another team lower than Vegas? But no, why did Vegas waive him in the first place then?
Because now...
What's changed? Has anyone gotten hurt for them?
That's what I was wondering. Like, maybe he plays a game?
Oh, William Karlsson? But I think he was out already.
Yeah, he was out already. He didn't play.
So they have 12 forwards on their roster.
Cole Schmidt is still there.
Cole Schwindt's still there.
Schwindt. Is that his name? I thought it was Schmidt.
They only have $449,000 in cap space, so they have to be sending someone down. Maybe they have 8 D-men. Maybe they're sending down a D-man.
Yeah, maybe Ben Hutton hits the waivers.
Here, this would have been a good idea. Trade us Ben Hutton for him.
I was going to say, if Caden Kozak hits the waiver wire.
Okay, October 6th, placed on waivers by Edmonton. 7th, claimed by Vegas. 8th, placed on waivers by Vegas. 9, claimed back by Edmonton. 10, put on waivers by Edmonton. 11, claimed by Vegas. Also, Colorado claimed Capo Kakinen from Winnipeg. So they got
his name? Capo
Kakinen, yes.
He was good. He was a good goalie a few years ago. He kind of fell off a cliff a little bit, didn't he?
Because he went to San Jose,
Jose.
That'll get you.
Mackenzie Blackwood's doing all right, though.
One player on waivers that I'm actually somewhat intrigued by here, Liam.
Justin Barron?
No, God, I wish. St. Albert product.
Oh, what position?
D.
Josh Maher.
No, he cleared waivers.
Oh, I can't.
Ian Mitchell.
Oh, the former Spruce Grove Saint.
From the
Bruins, right?
25-year-old right shot defenseman. His numbers in the American League are half decent, 6-18 and 24.
I don't hate Ian.
He's only played he played half a season with Chicago a couple of years ago. Played in 13 games with the Bruins last year, had 2 assists.
I mean, hey, if you're going to take a risk on someone,
could be worse players. Yeah, could be worse players.
But the problem is, well, actually, you know what? Maybe they would claim him because you can always send down Dermott.
You could send down Dermott
to the top 4.
Yeah,
which is also another thing.
Which we're going to talk about in a little bit. But first off, to finish the explanation of our joke.
Sorry, one other thing. If Vegas reclaimed him, does that mean they can just put him straight through?
No, because he hasn't gone unclaimed at any point. So he's never.
If no one claimed behind him, though, is it not the same rule as the Oilers?
I would assume no, it's not, because he wasn't originally Vegas's property.
But he was at one point. Like, I don't know how that works. Do you know what I mean, though? If no one else put in a claim behind him, which is possible because someone did yesterday, does that mean he can go back just straight to Henderson? I wish we had a show that could tell us about this stuff.
I don't know. I
don't know. Maybe if he
DM Hart, DM Puckpedia. He probably follows you.
I wish.
I'll message him. Puckpedia. Okay. We'll get an answer for you guys. You just gotta watch me type for a little bit. Jason Demers is going to join the show in a little bit. Can Vegas?
Jason Demers was absolutely incredible yesterday on the Amazon Prime thing. He's just hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Wait, sorry. Jason Greger tweeted, Vegas reclaims Lavoie. We'll wait to see if another team put in a claim. If so, he stays on the roster. If not, he goes down to the American League.
What the
What?
This is very confusing, and I don't like it.
So we kind of helped Vegas in a weird way. If no one else put in a claim, then we helped Vegas re-get him.
There's no shot Colorado. Oh, maybe. I don't know. And also,
crazy
what is going on with the NHL? Like, we didn't, when it was the Lavoie thing and we didn't know if anyone else after us claimed him, no one knew until like 3 o'clock. How does no one know until 3 o'clock? You should know right now.
Yeah, I thought everything just kind of went through.
This is dumb as hell. Also, I agree. I don't think they're actually going to claim Ian Mitchell. They've made their bets. There's not a ton of upside there in a guy like Mitchell, but I do think he's a 7 on a lot of teams, and a month from now, I think that's maybe where the Oilers start to look. But we're going to have a conversation with that when Jason Demers joins the show. If you got questions, Lavoie's rocking up those Aeroplan points. I don't think he left Edmonton.
I wrote an article today. What's on my mind is what I call it. A few things on my mind. I praise the NHL schedule, believe it or not. But one thing I put in there was Lavoie is like, do you think he's just been sat at Chili's? Just be like, do I go back through security? What do I do here? Like, this guy must have just like where has he been? Like, just hanging out in his hotel. He doesn't even live here. You know what I mean? Like, he has been in Bakersfield. He's just been hanging in limbo. He's the most wanted, unwanted man in the NHL.
Yeah. It is a really, really weird tweener spot to be in if you're Raphael Lavoie.
And like, what a weird feeling. Like, the teams want me, do they not?
Sasky Oil fans. So we got nothing for Broberg, Holloway, and now Lavoie. To be fair, we got a handful of picks and a prospect for Lavoie and for Broberg and Holloway.
I think I don't fully disagree with Sasky Oil fan, but I just think is like what were they almost supposed to do? Like the Holloway and Broberg thing, I think was so
had to sign them, just had to get them done.
Yeah, they had to get it done, but in the moment of like the offer sheets come in, like I don't think those guys deserve those contracts right now. Lavoie was just unfortunate. They've put him through waivers a ton of times, and he's always cleared. What I was going to say is actually, because you mentioned it, the back-to-back games, the cap picture was something that kept getting pointed out. And like the difference between when Lavoie was going to go to Bakersfield and the difference between being on the roster was $4 million, what they could accumulate, to like 1.7 or something like that. And I thought it was so interesting that the assumption was that was just going to be able to stay the same all season for the Oilers, that nothing was going to go wrong for this team at any point, where they were just going to be able to get that $4 million without injuries or something like that, right? Like they're in a very tight squeeze here. So I'm a bit surprised that they were so hesitant to, so eager to send down Lavoie with the games coming up. Like they go on the road for a couple of games too, and then you have 2 days off against Dallas. Like it's actually quite a busy month to start the season. Having 13 forwards and 7 defensemen might not have been such a bad thing. And I think sometimes in these scenarios with the cap, it's like, yeah, you've got to worry about it down the road and everything like that. But having a player of Lavoie's capability, or even a Noah Philp too, for the same argument, having those players on value deals, isn't that what we wanted Holloway and Broberg to be for us this year too? So the same argument should be made for those guys. Like having those players is also a very much a positive thing for this team as well. And if you have Lavoie and even Podkolzin, I guess, is a good point of this, who gets in the lineup, say they get 10 goals for you. Well, you don't have to go out and get a third line winger now to play on the right side, because you have Lavoie and Podkolzin and whoever, Philp, whoever it may be, this prospect who has been playing on this team all season and doing well and had reps with this team. You have to bring in this other guy. I don't know. It can kind of go both ways, and I think they'll ultimately be fine. But sometimes in this moment, it is a bit frustrating.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.